Hey. Girl, Lady Queen, we are here. We are ready again, guys. Look, I just wanted to just say happy Sunday to everybody. So do me a favor before we get started, guys. Just put some shout outs in the comments to let us know. Hit us up, put a comment in to say hello, good afternoon, good morning, whatever you got going on. You know how you can do breakfast all day. So you can just today could be good morning all day if you want. It could be a good morning. I can't. You on mute, Lady Queen.
Oh no, I said yes. You definitely can because it's your business. If you choose it to be breakfast, it's your business. It's breakfast
It's your
somewhere
business.
Yeah,
Come on in here. Let us know that you're there.
let's go.
Send us a smiley face, something, so we can just go ahead on and get started. So the very first one of you guys that go ahead on and post something to say hello, we'll go ahead on and get started.
Mr. Eric did. He posted hello.
He
Mr.
did.
Eric, yes, ma'am.
I'm like, why can't I see it?
The private chat, Mr. Eric.
Oh, okay. The private chat and Bayan. Oh, so they get to come on stage. Dr. Lisa, you need to go ahead on and bring them up.
Yes, let's go.
Yes.
Today.
Yeah. Look, we got the men folk holding it down. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all better come on through and show up, men folk.
And look, Mr. Eric got it on the desktop today. He said no more cell phone. He said he with the desktop.
Yeah. That's all right. That is all right. So I'm like, where you see them at? Okay, who we got? Okay, Charlotte. Hey, Miss Charlotte, girl. You know we definitely got to connect real soon. Good evening. So let me just go ahead and get started. I said the minute one of y'all say something, it's on and popping, guys. So we're going to go ahead and get started. But first, I just want to say welcome to your gift currency session number 3. Oh, my God. So it has been fabulous. It has been fabulous. I've been enjoying. Y'all can tell this is what I love. This is absolutely what I love. That's why I know that I am operating in my gift and in my calling, because I get excited. I don't care where I am. I'm like, I try to support everybody as much as I can. And I'm like, guys, I gotta go. I got some gifting to do, right? So we at Gifts Currency session number 3. And my co-host, Lady Queen, Shamika, is here, guys, with me again. I so appreciate you. She is such an awesome lady, wife, mother. She is my sister in this wealth community that we are rocking together in. And plus, I know she is a kingdom builder as well. And so I just, she was just a natural fit to be co-hosting with me on these gift currency sessions. And so, Lady Queen, thank you and welcome again to this session.
As always, thank you so much for having me. And this is what I love to do also. So it was just amazing. I was like, wait, what? Did you talk about gifts? I'm there. Okay. I love to do, this is amazing. I love to do stuff like this.
Well, thank you so much. So, guys, what we're going to be doing tonight, we're going to be finishing up. Well, we got one more session after this. We're going to see what's going to happen after that. These young men that's on the line with us right now, we want to welcome Eric Bell and Bayan Harrison. Guys, just thank you for being here. So the reason why they're up here with us, guys, they have taken the gift assessment. And so for anybody that has taken the gift assessment during your gift currency sessions, we actually invited them to be guests on stage with us, right? So that way they can be right here with us. They can ask us questions. We can conversate back and forth and all of that. And because everybody else is just pretty much watching, but you guys can communicate with us through the comment section of the chat, And so we're excited for all of you being here. And Miss Charlotte, welcome, girl. Thank you so much. And guys, all of the replays will be available real soon, and you all get to do that. But before we get started, I want to introduce somebody really, really special to me that she keeps me ticking. She keeps us moving and shaking, keep us looking good. I love her absolutely to life. She is my producer of anything that we do, anything that I do. She has just brought your girl up, okay? She's my strategist. She's my business partner. So she's just my friend, and I just love her dearly. So I wanted you guys to see who's the one behind all making everything happen, and the new things that you guys are seeing with Kathy Hood Empowers with Woman University. If anybody has ever gone to Marvelous Light Empowerment Association, my website. So just everything. So Dr. Lisa, will you just show up real quick? I know you didn't want to, but she's there, guys. Hey, Dr. Lisa. She is the owner and founder of Main Street Martech, and she is the jam, guys. She helps with everything. I can't even talk about what she don't do, but because she'll tell you. I don't do that. But Dr. Lisa, thank you so much. Say hello to everybody.
Hi, everyone. I'm glad to be here. Happy to be running things behind the scenes. Have a great session, and I'm going back behind the camera. Bye.
All right. Dr. Lisa. Oh my God. So I told you, y'all, we don't cover my gifts. I'm an exhorter, so y'all know I'm on 10 at any given time, all the time. So guys, what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and get started. And Eric, you don't have to turn your camera off. We're going to take you off the screen. And we let the people know. I get tired looking at that little white circle. When your picture go off, doggone it. We want to see you, buddy. All right. Okay, welcome. So I am getting ready to share my screen, and you all know how it goes, how we work it, Lady Queen. I'll be right back, bring you guys back up, and so we can discuss our gift that we're getting ready to discuss. All right, then I'm getting ready to share with you all, Dr. Lisa. There we go. There we go. Yes. So, guys, just get ready. Let's have a good time as we share this great information. Y'all, like I said, you all know I absolutely love what I do. All right. So good evening, guys, for our gift, your gift currency session number 3. We've covered quite a bit. And the tagline, I was been thinking about this tagline all day. And guys, I tell you why, because I'm learning so much. God is revealing so much as to what season we're in, what is going on, what is happening. And first of all, let me just tell you guys, get pen and paper. I don't know if these are your giftings, but you're going to find something that resonates with you. All right. But I love this tagline: discover it, embrace it, and then be it. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Once you discover your gifts, I want you to embrace it. And then I just want you to go and live the rest of your life being it. All right? Because God said that's what we just have to be it. I love it. So it's about discovering your gifts, embracing your true identity. So many, you guys don't even know how many people that's walking on this earth that is not, embracing and walking in their true identity. It could be some of us that's on this call right now. You never know who's watching that is operating and walking in that space. Learning to operate in your strengths. When you discover your gifts, you learn to operate in your strengths. And it gives you the permission to be you. And so that you can I'm trying to so fast to get it out, collaborate or partner with your weaknesses. Guys, we don't have to do it. We don't have to do it all. God has gifted you in your strengths that you can begin to work with somebody who does what you're not as good at in or doing, so you just think about it. We'll talk about that a little bit later, and building amazing relationships. So guys, that you can soar and being just who God created you to be. So all y'all know that I'm a superhero fan. And not because I want to be a superhero, because I know that the messages that are being shared with us throughout these, movies are not just, it's not just for entertainment, guys. And that's what I'm learning. I've figured out why I have such an infatuation and love for it, because it's the word and the message that's coming through. And y'all going to find that out soon enough, I pray. Anyway, but I love one of this particular quote, which is, "With great power comes great responsibility." And that's Spider-Man's uncle's quote. And I wholeheartedly believe that, because I always tell you all that discovering your gifts, or you understanding your gifts, they're your superpowers. The gifts, the spiritual gifts, these gifts that God placed on the inside of you are superpowers. This is what makes you go. This is what makes you tick. It is powered by the Holy Spirit. And so it causes you to be great, and for you to walk around in great power. But we have to learn how to be responsible. All right. So again, my name is Kathy Hood. I am a certified gift coach. I am your certified gift coach, because every time I say that I'm a gift coach, nobody's ever heard of it. So maybe I'm the first one. I don't know. But anyway, I am a kingdom influencer. So with that, I love to build the kingdom of God. I'm a wife, a mother of 2 adult children, a son and a daughter, and a GMA. Yes, I know what that G stands for. Don't say it. Don't say it. I was just kidding. I have 2 beautiful grandsons and 1 granddaughter. So it goes back to 2006 when I discovered my gifts. And ever since then, guys, my life has just changed. And now I realize every single day how important it is for us to know our gifts and understand them. It changes everything. It immediately changed my life. Immediately. And so I've been growing and moving and shaking ever since then. Off like a rocket. The gifts actually and absolutely saved my marriage. If I hadn't have, understood these gifts. So that's why so many people are divorcing and breaking up and things, going south with relationships, is because people's gifts are clashing and they don't understand that. And so, and I'm talking about any relationship. You can be mother, daughter, son, father and son, of course, husband and wives. It can be besties. It can be work relationships. It can be you working on an auxiliary together, whatever. If people, the gifts, their gifts, because when you understand your gifts, you'll begin to understand other people's gifts as you learn, not just about what your top 3 are, but when you learn about the other gifts. And that's why I did this series, so you guys can understand that people are wired differently. And we'll talk about that. And so that's what causes a lot of conflict. So that's why me and my husband felt like we were warring every single day of our 12-year marriage. Okay. I'm talking every single day. So 365 days times 12, however many days, that's how many days. But when I discovered my gifts, and I was like, Lord, everybody needs to know this. So that's why I believe he made it my business to learn my gifts. Then I reached out to find out how I can learn to teach this, and I'm certified. So I'm also CEO of Marvelous Light Empowerment Association, and that's what I do. I love to empower families. So it's men, women, children, whoever, couples, and just singles, mothers, people who are trying to come up. Guys, if you understand your gifts, they don't even realize how far they can, increase in life. Also, Marvelous Lighthouses, Woman University, which is a organization that helps women to birth their visions, whatever it may be. It can be a business. They make it already be in business, but we help take that business to the next level. Oh my God. And we got the women to prove it. Whether they want a promotion on their job. And so, with those, we're trying to get them to understand that the job is not going to be the thing that takes them to the next level. But okay. But, I had to get to a place that I understood that. So, and if they just want a new career, whatever it is, or one young lady, we've had one to go through that just says, I just want to be a better mother, just to be a better person. And we helped her to do that, to figure out what that looks like. And it was amazing. Kathy Hood Empowers. This is who is putting on, the Your Gift Currency series. Kathy Hood Empowers, just doing that. Well, God called me to be a kingdom influencer to help build the kingdom, and I'm going to do that through Kathy Hood Empowers, just with helping people to discover their gifts. Amazing. It's going to change everything. It's an immediate change. And Brave Girls Trade. So I'm the founder of Brave Girls Trade. That's my new wealth community that I've been a part of since last year, the end of last year, last quarter of last year. And, the thing is that we're told when we're born here, we're told that we're royalty. Well, we learned that later, but we're not taught how to live in royalty. We don't know how to have dominion. We don't know how to be fruitful and multiplying. I'm not talking about just babies, right? That is not what I'm talking about. God wants us to produce. You don't know what to produce as far as a business and, to manage. We're put here to manage this earth, right? And so we don't know how to do that. Nobody was having a conversation. And if they were, we weren't in the room. And if they were, or whoever it is, obviously I didn't know them. And my friends either, because none of us was having that conversation. All right. So look, I just get real personal about this stuff because it means so much. Because of my gift, I love to see everybody live a victorious life. All right. And with that, with me loving people to live a victorious life, I love to let everybody know that you are a masterpiece. You're a masterpiece. You're one of a kind. God, he put his, he has given you everything you need. You are jam-packed, full of everything you need to be everything that he's called you to be here on this earth. So as you understand your own giftedness, you can enjoy what you do. You can enjoy going to work. And of course, if you enjoy what you're doing, you're going to do it well. So you just think about it. Once you better understand yourself and others, you will find it easier to forgive. It'll make it easier to get along with people. I'm telling you, the minute I discovered my husband's gift, I had to take responsibility. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility. I had to take responsibility and understand that the power that I have and in my giftings, I had to be the one to make the change. And guess what? When I made the change, he noticed it. He noticed it, and then he began to change. But not until he discovered his gifts were we able to become friends, literally. So did it take some time? Absolutely. Because everybody's not open to this because they think they know it all. They think because of the fact that they've lived their lives for so long, all these years, but living from a place of whatever type of environment or atmosphere that could have been very, had a negative effect on our lives. And so we have grown up with that thing so long that it's just become a way of life. It's just become habit. It's just become where we're comfortable. But, just knowing these gifts, understanding them will help you to be less critical of others. So now, I'm understanding that I do have these strong speaking gifts. And so my husband is compassionate. So, if my perceiver gift is, shooting straight from the hip, and just because I'm being honest, I may not realize how it's affecting him as a compassion person. But as I learned these gifts, I understood that. So I had to step back and figure out a better way to produce whatever I had to say to him. So I had to change the way that I was doing things, because with great powers come great responsibility. All right. And so it definitely enables you to lead a team or function better as a team player. All right. So in my classes, I do teach on 3 categories of gifts, but this series is just specifically focused on the motivational gifts. And so with the motivational gifts, everybody has one. Everyone has a gift. It is part of your DNA. It's part of God's plan. When he created you, already placed on the inside of you. So if we already knew what color we were going to be, God knew how we turned out, what color our hair, our eyes, all of that. Why wouldn't he put our characteristics and our giftings on the inside of us? Guys, these things can be observed in childhood. I'm witnessing it right now with my grandchildren, and I'm telling their parents, y'all, this kid is a this, he's a that. you better let's nurture this thing. Let's get it in check now. But you can observe it. But hear the characteristics, it'll bring back memories of your own childhood, and even of your children when they were being brought up. Each gift is of equal value. There's not one gift that's better than the other, higher than the other, or anything like that. Whereas most people think that, somebody is better than them because, and then they go to describing things and naming things, and they're only talking about their characteristics. So I just feel like everybody is the bomb in the way that God has created them. Everybody leads in their own way. So if you have a gift, why haven't you known it? The best way I can tell you, you all see, I told you, joy. If you wake up every day, when you get ready to go to work, you're mumbling, you're grumbling, you're complaining, and just looking crazy, getting up. That's what people call getting up on the wrong side of the bed. That's absolutely getting up on the wrong side of the bed. And if you're working in frustration, it is the byproduct of, and it is a sign that you are operating outside of your gifts. Point blank, period. Now, if you are operating in joy, that lets you know that you are definitely operating in your motivational gift. Is this something that you look forward to doing every single day? I look forward to doing this every single day. And I'm not saying that at some point you don't get tired and you may not feel like doing it. That's something different. That's you just needing a break and probably, needing some self-care, situations going on. But that frustration, I see people do it every single day. So just know that's a clear sign. Reasons why you may not know your motivational gifts is because you were never taught it. Now, up to the time back in 2006, when I heard this one lady mention this one book that nobody else in the church that we were at a revival of some sort, that nobody heard what she said and spoke about that but me. Now, why do you think that is? Right. Because I've been called to do it. I'm an exhorter. I want to see everybody live victoriously. I want everybody to have a magnificent life. But I'm not saying that's the only reason why I heard it. But I was supposed to hear it. But before then, I had never heard about it. And after then, I had never heard about it. And then finally, I did go to a church that was teaching it. But that was it. They weren't even teaching it. They just used the assessment. But nobody was in there that was certified that could break it down to them. So people still knowing their gifts, knowing is just not enough. But understanding it would help you to discover it, embrace it, and be it. All right. So they were never taught about it. That is the main reason. Fewer than 2% of people know that the motivational gifts even exist. That's a crying shame. All right. And because I told you guys in the very beginning that these gifts are powered by the Holy Spirit. So people are not even checking in with the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit can't even speak to them because they never received Jesus Christ. All right. And then there are confusing teachings on the motivational gifts. And when I say confusing, meaning people become confused because they have all these assessments out here. So they're telling you to be a color, to be an animal, or whatever else that they're out there telling you to be, instead of other than just yourself, right? So all these, and just like one of my friends just said, he said that this gift, and it was a guy, he said this assessment, this teaching, is like the mother of them all. He was like, the others are a derivative of this because this is the one that made the difference in his life. All right. Obstacles that block the flow of your motivational gifts. Bondage. The most common is fear. I always say that fear is really the root of all those others, because everything comes with cousins and friends and whatever. And so when you talk about most demons or spirits, they come with others. Okay, let me not get off track because I was about to go in a whole different direction, y'all. But fear is the most common, and people, they won't do anything because of it. We may give it a name like doubt, low self-esteem, whatever else you can think of. But it all stems from fear because of something that may, it could be a bondage or a cage or a prison that we've created for ourselves, or it can be a prison that we've allowed somebody else to put us in. Okay. Anger. Anger is something, that we know that a lot of people have experienced a long life period. But just imagine if somebody has said something to anger you and you are walking in unforgiveness. So that's a problem. We need to get to a place, and this is what I teach when I do a full-blown class, is to get them to understand forgiveness will block your flow. And we don't want that. So that person who may have angered you or did something, very harmful or whatever, you got to forgive them. You have to forgive them, because that person is either gone on and don't think they've gotten away with anything, because, God says, vengeance is his, not ours. Not ours. So we got to get rid of that anger and bitterness. Trying to be someone other than yourself. That's a hot one for me too, because I see a lot of people, trying to be like somebody else because they think that they're successful. Y'all, that's a facade. That's a camouflage. That whatever you want to call it, that they are, out there, whoever we are, coveting their gifts, about us trying to be like them. I had one young lady that tried her best to be just like this person. She pulled it off for just a smidgen of a time. But I told her, sweetie pie, that's not going to last long, because the real you is eventually going to show up. And absolutely, and so when you show up, just really trying to now, balance all of that and figure that thing out, because she had been practicing, being somebody else for so long. I said, but this is what you naturally do. And so learning to embrace your gifts is just one of the most major things you'll ever do. Poor self-image, people don't told you you're never going to be anything. You this and you that. I didn't grow up in that. So, I don't know, but I've heard people say, my mom told me I was never going to be anything. I was ugly. I was this, I was that. And it affected them all the way up to their adulthood. And those are the people that we're dealing with right now. They're walking around as poor anger, bitterness, all of that. And until they figure out what their gifts are, and then they begin to become free. That's what true freedom is. Everybody's looking for financial freedom. They really don't know what they're looking for. They don't know, because most of them won't even do the work to go look for it. So I'm just saying, and the research on that. So I'm just saying that as far as, just learning how to be a better version of yourself is by discovering your gifts. Irresponsibility, I told you, people can be irresponsible with their gifts. Guys, you can let somebody use you, and then you want to be mad at them. No, be mad at yourself. It's not them. It's not them. We just have to learn how to not let people use us. Stop letting people pimp our gifts. Stop thinking that you can, keep doing for them and then you're going to blow up, or whatever. You may blow up the way that you think you're going to blow up, right? And sin is definitely anything that's against the word of God. You're sinning. Will not. If you're not in agreement with God, you will not be able to flow in the gifts that he's giving you. Now, I'm not saying that you won't operate in it to some extent, because you are operating in your gifts, but some of it can be so tainted, right? So let's get to it. So we're talking about 7 motivational gifts. We've covered perceiver, server, teacher, and exhorter. Yay. So we covered 2 of my gifts, guys. And so tonight we're going to cover giver and administrator. All right. So let me slide on through the perceiver, teacher, exhorter, giver. Yeah, we talked about giver and administrator. So now we're on No, hold on. Sorry. No, we're not. We are talking about the giver and administrator tonight. Let me just make sure. Yep. Giver and administrator. So yeah, that's what we're talking about tonight. Giver and administrator. I got a little confused because I just counseled with somebody and covered some of those gifts. But anyway, guys, givers are just that. Givers. They love to give freely of their money, their possessions, their time, energy, and love. And if they are out of balance, they would give, like when they say give freely, I mean give freely, to the point where some people will take advantage of them because of the fact that they just love to give. They just love to give. It's just in them. And you hear me say it's more than just money. It's their possessions. Oh, girl, I like those earrings. Oh, you like them? Here you go. Now, that's not me. Get that straight. No, but but now I go buy you some, right? But they'll give a possessions. Oh, I like this handbag. Here you go. I've seen it in operation. They give freely of their time. They'll show up. They'll do what they need to do to help out. Energy and their love. So they're the ones that just show up for you when you need them, right? Loves to give without others knowing about it. I tell you, they will give. They love to give, and knowing that their gift giving or their money was an answer to a prayer. They absolutely love it. And they'll tell you, if you ask for it, or if they just say, here, God told me to give this to you. They don't want you to tell on anybody. And because they wanted to they're not doing it to please people. They're not doing it to show off. They're doing it because God, put that inside of them to be that. And because of their love for God, right? Wants to feel a part of the organizations they contribute to, whatever it is. It can be church, it can be ministry, it can be an organization that they give to, because if they give into it, they honestly believe in it, right? And they want to feel a part of it. So they will give of their time and their energy to be a part and to help this particular organization, move forward and to be successful. They intercede for and pray for the needs of others. Guys, if anybody out of all these 7 gifts going to pray for you when you ask them to, it's going to be that giver. They're going to intercede immediately. They'll be the ones that wake up in the middle of the night or first thing in the morning thinking about something. That person will be right there in their face, like a vision of them right there in their face, and they have to pick up the phone. Let me call so-and-so. And I've had my giver friends to just tell me, if they call, have you spoken to so-and-so? I woke up and she was just heavy on my mind, or she's been on my mind. I'm like, nah. So, but they intercede, or they really do get up and pray for them. If they show up in them, to them in the middle of the night, they wake up in the middle of the night and they'll just go to praying for them. So most of them are called to intercessory prayer as well. Feels delighted when their gift is an answer to a prayer. I just told you that. They love it. They love giving, and especially if it's an answer to a prayer. And somebody say, how did you know I needed that? I needed that exact amount. And because they are truly led by the Holy Spirit. Told you these gifts are powered by, right? Wants gifts to be of high quality. They love to give gifts. And when they do give it, they want it to be really, really nice. They're not going to, be, giving no shabby gifts. I put it that way. Give only by the leading of the Holy Spirit. They're going to pray for an amount to give. They are. And they want to be led. They will be led by God, except if it's anybody that's out of balance. The people who don't know about these gifts, so they get taken advantage of because they like to give. And if they if they have to say no, or feel like if they say no, they feel bad for saying no, and they go ahead on and do it anyway because they don't know to be led by the Holy Spirit. All right. Views hospitality as an opportunity to give. Honey, they love they share the server. They love to do hospitality. But the reasons are different. It's a way for them to give, right? Handles finances with wisdom and frugality. Oh my God. They are good with money. They are good and natural. The one lady that I know that's a classic giver, all her jobs were pretty much lined up with something dealing with money and, and numbers. And because of the fact that she is just in her, it's part of her DNA. So, and can create a budget for you like that, and so I used to have to just try to protect her and her gift because she didn't care who you were. If she had just met you, oh, I can help you. Let's get together. Give me your bank account number. I said, girl, Leave them folk alone, because if anything happened to their account, even if it didn't, they're going to swear you took their money. That's just how much she wanted to do it, because she had the wisdom, the natural wisdom on how to handle money, save money. She helped me to pay off some debt when I was leaving corporate to be at home and work, as self-employed. Quickly volunteers to help when a need is seen. That's what, now, mind you, most givers, they do have that serving gift that go along with them. So with that, oh my God, they quickly jump in to help out, to make sure everything flows. Seeks confirmation on the amount to give. I told you that. Has strong belief in giving and tithing. Oh my God, they do. Well, for the ones that I know. And then the ones that I know have received Christ, I'll put it that way. And others, if they don't believe in that, giving to a ministry, but they do believe in giving to other organizations or for different causes, so they'll be the ones that give, to like St. Jude, or, when I say other organizations, or, the food bank, and just different things like that. And definitely believe in tithing, right? Is naturally evangelistic. They're going to share the word with you. They're going to share the word with you. They don't care where they may be at. They may throw in an amen or a hallelujah. Okay? All right. Believes God is the source of their supply. That's why they give so freely, because they believe that, God is the source. God is the one that gives, the money, or whatever he gives, whatever supplies that he gives. They believe in their heart, which is true, that God is the one that provided it for them, and they are supposed to use it to build the kingdom, and so that's why, God had to put that gift in a whole lot of people. all of us, when you take the assessment, that you'll see that you have some numbers, you're going to score in all of it, but you find out what your top three are. Has natural and effective business ability. They're good at doing business. They may have been the ones, when I tell you, they always probably had a side hustle. My givers, they've always done something to take care of themselves, bought their own clothes when they were kids, saved up money. Now, most kids, like I have my two grandsons right now, I know one is going to be like, when he get the money, one is going to burn a hole in his pocket. But that other one, he going to save his money up until he can get what he wants. So, and that's how you can see it in children and in adults. You see them run, they get their hand on some money, they run to Walmart, buy a big TV, screen TV. But the others say, no, let me take this money, let me invest it. Even if they don't know anything about investing, they're going to save it, going to put it somewhere and save it. Likes to get back best value for the money spent. You're not going to take advantage. They're not going to buy nothing shabby, and they're not going to blow and squander money. All right. And they possess both natural and God-given wisdom. So you're the ones that that people always said that, oh, you're so mature for your age, and because you speak this wisdom that you wouldn't think somebody so young would have, but they do. They have natural and God-given wisdom. I absolutely love this stuff, guys. So I could go on and on. So that's why you see, even with this, when we're talking about one gift, I'm getting ready to stop share so we can have a conversation and just see what we got going on. If anybody have any questions, you want to come back on with me. Yes. So that doggone giver, when I tell you, but you guys, you see that you score in each one to some extent. But like I say, you find out what your top three are. But that's not what I was saying when we get ready to hang up. But anyway, we're back. My givers. So for the ones that's in our audience out there, y'all put some questions or some comments in the chat. And Zozo, girl, welcome. Put some questions or comments in the chat if you heard anything that described you in that giving, or if you know somebody. Because a lot of times, guys, a lot of the givers that you may know, they may just really irritate you with their unpredictable giving, because of the fact that givers, they just love to give, and they would give crazy amounts of money and stuff like that too, and time, and energy, whatever they have, they'll give crazy amounts of it. And the family member or a friend may be like, girl, that's ridiculous. Why are you always doing it? What you doing that for? And blah, 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 blah. So did anybody recognize anything? Lady Queen, let me bring you up first.
Yes, ma'am. You know what I was thinking about? these are probably the people, and I heard you even said you had to protect one of your friends because of this reason. These when I say these people, but those that have this gift that's and it's a very strong gift. I believe that you have to be a little more guarded because people find more ways of taking advantage of them. Another thing that I realize is they already have the understanding of the fact that God is seriously a source because the Bible is true. Whatever you sow, you reap. So the more they give out, actually, the more they receive. So it's an amazing thing to actually have this gift because they already have the concept of the fact of what I'm sowing, I'm going to now receive. Even though I might give money, I might receive an answer to something that I've been looking for forever. So they already have the concept of sowing and reaping, and it's a continual process.
That is you so on point with that. That is so true because most givers that I do know that give of money or whatever they give. I mean, but I'm just going to use money because of the fact that I mean she could be done gave somebody $50, and by the end of the day, she's like, girl, so and so showed up and gave me $100. By the end of the day, I'm just gonna tell you, she done walked up to me and told my girl, I got about $500, and I was like, oh my God, how did you? I'm like, ooh, I wish I would lead it with that gift. I wish I led with that doggone gift because when I tell you when they get it, when they give it, they do get it back. They 100-fold for real. 100-fold. So any questions, Eric, you want to say something about that gift?
Sure. Yeah, just to end on what you said, when they give it, they give back good measure, pressed down, shaken together. So that's that
Right.
Luke 6:38. So it's that that they give it, that they give back, pressed down, shaken together. But one of the bullet points was loves to give without others knowing. And I'm gonna say this just to validate another bullet point that you said on answered prayers to others. So many times I can see their faces now when I saw them the next day or whatever, or when I just gave it just out of God said give them $20 or give them $100, and I give it, then it'd be like the thing said, be a prayer that they have, an answer prayer for them. And so when I give, I don't like nobody know. I don't like to let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. I like to do it secretly so my daddy can reward me openly.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, Bell, you all right?
And
Yeah,
that's what the Bible actually says to do, that he'll reward you openly if you do it secretly, not to tell people, because if you tell people, you've already gotten your reward. Mm-hmm. So that's actually how it, and that's why I say givers already have that mindset. Just it's built into their DNA, just automatically. I got to do this in secrecy because, or necessarily not really. I got to do it in secrecy, but the fact that what, I seriously want to bless somebody, and I don't need accolades from anybody.
Yes.
That's right. That's right. And I believe it's a hospital here. I think it's that St. Joseph that hospital is totally ran on givers, and they don't want anybody to they don't want their names or anything published, and everybody can go there for free service, healthcare, and you be in that hospital and don't have to pay a dime, and it's because of the donors, and that's amazing. So anybody else? I see my sister friend Karen is in here, and so if you guys have any questions or comments, who was that?
That's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Hey, Brian, go ahead. How you doing?
I'm doing good. That gifting wasn't in my top three. I actually got three that scored the same score.
I saw that.
I don't know how that happened, but hey, it was. But what Eric was saying, giving in secrecy, that's the same as tithing, I believe, because you're not supposed to go around and tell people that you tithe this amount or that amount, and that's why I like our online giving, so you don't have to go through those type of measures of telling people what you tithe. I mean, I know that just like with dreams, you don't tell people your dreams because they're going to be dream killers. But gifting is a good thing. Some of the things that I do fall under that category of gifting. Like I like to volunteer for things and et cetera, et cetera. But that's just all I have to say.
Oh, awesome. Look, so with what you're saying, so yeah, no, people shouldn't, they don't have to, they necessarily share what they're tithing. But it was something you said I was getting ready to say. But yeah, because anyway, that tithing is a thing, that's something between you and God. You know what I mean? And I see you, Eric. Hold on a second. Yeah, so that's between you and God, and our responsibility in that area. But also, guys, what we have to look at too, the things that we're doing here. People trying to store up treasures here on earth. They need to cut. I mean, guys, I know we like nice stuff and we like to buy this and buy that, but right, we need our treasure stored up in heaven, baby, because that's what this place is temporary. This place is temporary. And we're just like what they say, we just passing through. And so that's another good reason why I believe givers are so like that, because they are definitely sowing and giving, and knowing that they're not building up treasures here on earth, that they are, storing up their treasures in heaven. What were you about to say, Eric?
I would just say it was just alms giving when you just bless other people. And tithing is tithing. Tithing is just 10%. Tithing is what you owe God. Tithing is when you being obedient, so you are not robbing him.
Right.
So alms giving, that's what you do secretly, so he can reward you openly.
Go ahead. That's what I'm talking about.
Now, Charlotte said, is it okay to have that gift, but also a discerning spirit? Let me tell you, your discerning spirit got to be on point when you have that gift, because if not, they will misuse and abuse you.
Yes.
You have to have that discernment. Yes, in giving. And again, guys, like I said, that you're going to operate in this gift to some extent anyway. But when you operate in it, when you have received Christ and you're allowing him to lead and guide you, that's just that discerning. If you don't feel like you have enough of it, pray for it. Pray and ask God for it. He will increase your discernment. And then even in a process of giving, pray before you give. Pray before you give it and ask God for a specific amount. So, and first of all, pray to ask, should you be giving it? Because we can be enabling people to be crazy. You know what I'm saying? To can continue to do some craziness.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, great question, Charlotte. Great question. So, go ahead, Zoe.
I know that that is one of my top 3. And just exactly what you were describing was definitely me. I love to give.
Yes.
And I will, if somebody say, oh, I like, like my earrings or whatever, I will take them off. Say, here, you can have them. And that's me. And I also pray and ask God, show me ways to give to people where they won't know it's from me, because I want the glory to go to you.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I also, like you said, when I get up in the middle of the night and pray for people, I wake up and somebody's on my mind, and I'll just start praying for them. And then the next day I will call and say, are you okay? Is something going on? And they'll ask me why. I said, well, I just had, the notion to get up and pray for you last night.
Yes.
And I just wanted to check on you.
I can definitely see that in Miss Zoe. I can, just by me being around her for the few times that we have been around, I can definitely see that in her. Definitely.
Let me tell you, and like I said, I don't get into all of it, but one of the things I could say just from hanging around Miss Zoe is definitely I can see her as a giver. But they are great resources, right? When I tell you when people need something, Miss Zoe, you got a kitchen sink in your purse. Miss Zoe, you got a hamburger, girl. You know your sister over here. Your sister over here hungry. You got a snack or something. Or somebody came to me and said, we were in Dallas together. I had the pleasure of hanging out with Miss Zoe all weekend. It was so fun. And somebody was like, oh, I got a headache. I said, girl, go see Zoe. I can't help you. You know, but it was so funny though, Zoe, what you were just saying, you know, referencing what I had said. People giving away, you know, their things. And the first time I saw it was before I even, understood the gifts, before I knew the gifts. And so somebody told a friend of mine, we were together, girl, I love your earrings. She was like, oh, here, you can have them. You want them? I'm like, girl, what you doing? I'm like, what you about to do? You bought them doggone earrings. Do you remember how much they cost? Girl, goodness. But I did not understand that gift, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Zoe, you see Karen. Karen said Zoe had the pharmacy in her purse. Yes, she did. But, you know, but it's so true. I mean, I love, you know, when we actually talk about these gifts and you guys recognize that it is part of what you do, your characteristics of how you operate, the awareness happens. So now you're going to be aware. And so you'll know definitely if you weren't led to give, Charlotte, or didn't pray, or if it's anybody that you know, or didn't discern what is, you know, what you're supposed to be, you know, who you're supposed to be giving to, now you're going to be more aware to do those things. And so, you know, you'll know when your gift is in operation. And then, and when a situation come up, you'll know which gift to let lead, because most people that really, take the assessment, the majority of them are compassion. And so a lot of times they will allow their other gifts to interfere, particularly that one, to interfere with the other gifts. And so when you understand the characteristics of each one, then you're, I know, or don't let it be compassion perceivers. So they battling against each other. You know, I don't told them the truth. Then now you feel bad. You want to call back and apologize, and you know, and oh God, they mad at me. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was like, girl, stop that. I'm telling you, I got a lot of compassion people around me. Stop it. Did you tell them the truth? Yeah. Well, be okay. They're gonna be all right. Hopefully they'll change their life, sis. Let's go. So, but good job. So, guys, I'm getting ready to go to the second gift. Anything else? Anybody want to share about the givers before we go to the next one? Anybody in our audience out here want to share anything? Anybody? All right. So what I'm getting ready to do, I'm getting ready to share my screen, and we're going to go back and we're going to finish up this second gift. And then we're going to call it a night. I absolutely love this stuff. So hold on one second, guys. I know normally I don't go that long on a giver, but I did this go around. Mm-hmm. It was something about that giver. Maybe because we had some givers in online and in the audience. All right. So the next gift, guys. Oh, hold on. Let me go. It's the administrator. Guys, this is my third gift. I love administrator. I love all the gifts. Let me just say that them all. And I'm like, and that's why I'm able to, because of my gifts and because I study this, you know, I'm able to read people, and I can, you know, if I don't pull out, if I don't know all three of their gifts, I know at least two. By the time we finish talking. But anyway, so the next gift is the administrator. So this administrator person is highly motivated to organize responsibility. They organize your room, your desk, an event, just whatever. They are highly motivated. If they are over people, they want to organize everything that they are responsible for. Administrators don't play when it comes to this. They are very organized. They express his ideas and organization clearly. So when we're talking about their ideas and the organization style, this goes here, this goes there. They're going to make everything clear and plain, you know. And so if you acting like you don't understand, the first thing you didn't understand what I just said. I just made it clear as to what is supposed to be going on and how things are supposed to be organized, or they're given that vision so clear because of the fact that that's what they do. They're great communicators, and they love to express their the vision and whatever is supposed to be happening inside of an organization or their organization style clearly. They prefer to be under authority in order to have authority, meaning that, we're great followers. As I told you, that's my third gift. So we are great followers. So we prefer, when I say prefer to be under authority in order to have authority, we like to know how much authority we do have. So because when you're working on, projects and working in committees and things like that, people tend to have some issues. Hold on a second, guys. Whew, I'm getting hot. People tend to have an issue with authority, right? And so when an administrator show up on the scene, now we're gonna take responsibility and start delegating, especially when we see that there's no authority in place, right? And so now we're not gonna step on no leader's toes, because we're, like I said, we're great followers. If somebody made the vision clear to us, we're going to be able to bring that vision to life, make sure everything works correctly and in excellence. But now we will not take responsibility unless delegated by those in authority. That's another thing. So if authority is there, we're going to step back unless that person in authority says something to us. Again, because we're very clear on not wanting to step on nobody's toes and take over unless we're asked to. We'll assume responsibility if no leadership exists, right? So if you step in a room and or an event or a situation going on, and most of the time people already know that you're a leader, and so they'll come to you, and this has happened to me before. Oh my God, so-and-so is not here. I don't know what to do. And we don't need to know. We don't know what to do with this and all of that, just chaotic. So but the first thing an administrator going to say is, where's so-and-so? We're going to start asking for all leadership. Where's so-and-so and where's so-and-so? Because we don't want to step on any toes. Then we'll kick into action when we see that there's no leadership there. All right. So, administrators are people as well. So we love working with people. We love putting people where they go. So we love working on long range projects. Okay. And so because of long range projects, unlike some other short range projects, we love long range because we love to see how together along the way. That's why I love Woman University, because I'm looking at helping them to make the vision clear, and then I'm beginning to see what it's going to look like. And then just knowing that once they graduate and they get with me and Dr. Lisa, we start working on the long range plans, because now we have a plan. We have a basic plan as to what needs to happen. And so we love working on long range plans because we get to see, and projects, because we get to see it manifest along the way. Is a visionary person with a broad perspective. With that, we are visionaries. First of all, we're natural born leaders, and then we are visionaries. So those two things right there, oh my God. So when we have a vision, and it can be very big, we dream big. You won't get us operating where we'll help out. But if we see somebody operating in a small space and we know it can be bigger, this thing, we need for you to dream a little bit bigger. And that's why in our program with Woman University as well, we tell them dream big so we can help, because we can visualize it, because we know that you're not just saying, oh, we want, start a swimsuit line. We just want a bikini, a blue. No, girl, what are the colors and styles that you want? Who are you trying to reach? How far? Wow, how wide? All of that. So we are visionaries with broad perspective. We easily facilitate resources and people to accomplish goal. So with that, we know how to pair up people with resources. Right. So we know if people are good at this, we can match them up with that. So we know how to, because we love to delegate, we know how to match people up. Once we don't felt them out, because of the fact that we're watching them, we're paying attention, and we listen, and we watch so we can know how that person can be best utilized. And so that way that person can be operated in the space that they need to be, and not just throwing somebody in a place where they, just because we need a body. That don't work. Again, so we enjoy delegating tasks and supervising people. So, in that sense, we just love telling people what to do. That's not a bad thing, not in no bad way, guys. So we love delegating the tasks, because we do know that, especially when we're dreaming when we have this broad perspective, we know this thing is too big for us to do everything. So we know we can't do everything by ourselves, and so that's why we love to delegate the tasks out to people, to give them what they need, and then to supervise them to make sure that they're on the right track. So we love that stuff. So an administrator is going to end up in leadership, period. It's going to show up, and you can't rest in a position that don't cause you to be in leadership anyway. Whether you may be like, shoot, I don't want to run that, but when you start doing the work, it's going to be there. The way that you operate is going to be in a leadership style. So you're just going to show up. All right. Has great zeal and enthusiasm for things they're involved in. So they get excited, enthusiastic, and it shows, and they get excited that they share that with an exhorter. So guys, imagine that. I'm an exhorter and an administrator. So I'm just like, just all out of, bursting with energy, rather, when it comes in excitement and zeal, just that excitement of things that we're working projects, because we're excited to see it manifest, right? Finds greatest joy in working to accomplish goals. We want to get it done. When an administrator come on the scene, they did not come to play with y'all, okay? Now when it's time to play, we play. Even though that's my third gift, I might play a little bit at the beginning, but an administrator that leads with that gift, they're not gonna come in there. They're not gonna be a hee ha ha with you. They'll be like, what we doing? What we got to get done? Let's get the work done, And so some people get put off or offended by them because they're trying to work it out. Not working it out. They come there to work. They come there to get it done, to accomplish the goal. And when they accomplish that goal, shoot, it's on and popping. They are happy. And then you can play with them. Until then, get to work. All right. Is willing to let others get the credit in order to get the job done. They don't care. We will give all the credit to whoever, as long as the work is done and as long as it's done in excellence, right? So they love giving, because they love giving the credit to the ones who help make this thing possible, because we know that we can't do a whole lot by ourselves, and administrators are team players. All right. Prefers to move on to a new challenge once something is finished. Oh, they cannot stay in a routine job. That's why when I work for the government, I love my job, because I knew each day was just going to be different. Administrators cannot work on no assembly line or, just doing the same thing, packing a box, packing a bag, wrap it. Yeah, they can't do that. So once the challenge, they love a challenge. Administrators love a challenge. And once they've accomplished that challenge, oh, well, it's time to move on to something else. Exactly. Constantly write notes to self. They really love to-do lists. And a lot of you, I was trying to see, a lot of my administrators probably have many of these. And I was trying to find my journal book. And I can't find it right now, but I have tons of journals. Tons of journals where I've taken notes of everything. And if we can't find a notebook or anything, we'll write on whatever's available. It could be a bill, it could be a receipt, or whatever the case may be. But if we feel like we have to write something down just so we won't forget, or just because we love being able to go back to our notes to see what was talked about, what was said, we're going to write it on there. I was just trying to say, oh, I have one. Well, this is just one. This is a new one that I just found that I started working on. And it's about to be full, but I have big ones, small ones, of these doggone tablets everywhere. Yes. So, but anyway, natural born leader, I told you that, and our people. So we absolutely love our administrators. All right. So, Sherry. head back to the stage with my peoples. No, absolutely, Dr. Lisa. Dr. Lisa, so many backs of envelopes. Me too. I grab anything, napkins. You better be careful if you look at Eric. See, he pulling them out. That's me all day long. Just notes. Look at my administrators. Look, Eric.
This is not all of them.
I believe it.
I got some probably 10, 12 years old.
Huh?
Got some probably 10, 12 years old, if not older.
Wow. And remember when we had our meeting, I was telling you that right there is valuable, guys, because I can go back to so when I think about what we've been called to do, so that's all part of how we're wired, part of our DNA, and the things that we're supposed to do to serve God, serve the kingdom, and to serve people. We have it in our notes somewhere. We have it in our notes. I told Eric they can become blog posts. They can become, what you call them, just regular little quote posts. Guys, you can do a lot with those things. So those notes weren't just for you. Right. So, okay.
I went through my my laundry room today, and I had a tote. It has nothing but composition books. It has nothing but pages and pages of stuff. Illegal pads, anything. I mean, I write on 3x5 cards.
You're right.
I mean, I got I got clipboards on my desk.
What about sticky notes? Y'all don't. I used to be I still am. I'm the sticky note queen. Sticky notes, man. You could come in my office and find sticky notes on everything, but I'm like, don't move nothing. You gotta dust around it. Because I know, you know.
When I was special ops with Delta, and we had to take an assessment test just like this, and it came out just like this one. It came out on the leader part, the people part, delegating people, and that's how I was so successful in special ops with Delta. But this does truly work. It don't change. So if a person took another test like this, they'll probably come out the same way. I know mine did. And
they do change. They do change. Okay. But it may not change drastically.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. They may, and not drastically. They may switch positions. One may, go down to a fourth, and that fourth one may move up to number 3 as you guys become more aware of your giftings. And with this, when I tell you, all the others assessments that are out there, they tap into, like I said, pretty much the same thing, but you can actually realize what you're operating in, and it's easier to remember, administrator, exhorter, perceiver, compassion, and see those things in operation. But your gifts do change, once you become more aware of what they are. Especially if you've never done it before, because most people, if you score below 70, that says that you really, holding back. You really haven't tapped into, you're operating in those things, but you're not operating to the fullest, right? 70 and above, that says you're operating in your gifts. So when I see it on the low end like that, they're not aware of them and they haven't been nurtured. People don't know how to nurture them, because they don't know about them, right? So, Lady Queen.
Yes, ma'am. I was laughing at Miss Charlotte. Miss Charlotte said she forget which one she wrote in last. She said she forget which notebook. So she got a lot of notebooks too. This is a gift that I definitely say, God, I thank you that someone in the room is an administrator.
Right.
This I'm okay with not being a part of this. This is not my forte, and I'm okay with that. Right. I'm okay with that. But definitely, I believe these people are able to they're a godsend because they're able to kind of organize things, and you're just so grateful. A lot of times I believe they get forgotten about, and they don't get the appreciation shown to them like they should, because they're just, it's so natural to them. They're able to put it together, and we don't take the time to show appreciation. So all of my administrators, I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
Oh, girl, you know what? You just made my heart sing then. Because guess what? Most administrators, I tell people all the time, you have to pray for our administrators because they do work hard, and making things happen. And and most of the time, it is a thankless gift, or the position that we're in is a thankless position, because of the fact that we're out making things happen. Like, and as a leader, leaders get criticized, and so we do have to just pray for it. So I just thank you for appreciating the administrative gifts. So I was looking at Cameron was saying she absolutely do not leave home. Wait a minute, it's moving up. She doesn't leave home without a journal. I know. Look, so the one thing about it is, never leaves home without her journal. And the one thing about my gift, administrator is my third. But girl, when you lead with that, Lady Queen, when you lead with that gift, y'all ain't seen an administrator in action till you seen Karen, Sister Fran Phillips. All right. And it's so funny that I'm glad she was here to hear that today. So many backs of envelopes. Yes, I'm telling you, right? Oh my God, you would not believe how many envelopes I have to go back and be like, oh, what envelope was that now? And so I'm like Charlotte too, girl. I don't even remember the last, when you have so many of them open, and whichever one is available at the time when you're on a call or something, and you don't have time to go get one, girl. I'm like, let me just write it in here, and then you think you're gonna go back and transfer? No. So we just have to find the journal, right, Charlotte? No. And I just saw this. She says that I have a discerning spirit and I'm always thinking that I'm judging. No, you're not. No, you're not, baby. You are not judging. Other people may even think that. I don't know if you have the perceiver gift, because perceivers are high in discernment. I've already them. I don't know I don't think you were on that call, Charlotte, about the perceiver. But we have this gift of discernment, and because we're sharing, or when we're having the revelation from God, and if it's not necessarily favorable, it's favorable, on God's side, but people may not receive it that way and say that you're judging. I mean, I've been in that situation, and I'm like, it's only because somebody don't want to hear the doggone truth, And so when that perceiver, that's why I tell you a lot of times I have to sit, perceive a girl, shut your mouth, just put the key. Where the key at?
Look, Miss Charlotte, I'm gonna help bless your heart too. Not only would I keep wanting to call you Dr. Kathy, and I'm telling you, it's coming. It's coming. Look, but listen, you know what? A lot of times we mix up the fact when we say judge, because it is okay to judge someone's characteristics. It is okay. The Bible tells we know a tree by the fruit that it bears. It's okay to judge the characteristics because you know how to act accordingly. Now, as far as a person and maybe what they go through and things that happen in their life, no, we don't judge that because we all fall short. We've all been in a place where we've been embarrassed of something that we've done, or we're becoming a better person. But when as Maya Angelou says, when someone tells you who they are the first time, you believe them. It's okay to judge the characteristics because then you know how to act accordingly. So even with that, even with the discernment of how somebody's whether they're trying to use you or whether they are trying to manipulate something, it is okay to judge that situation right there and say, no, I'm not going to allow this to happen. It is nothing towards and I don't want to say individual. It's actually we deal with spiritual things, so it's actually a spiritual thing. So you can judge that and still be loving and kind towards an individual, but not allow yourself to be misused, abused, taken advantage of, because that would not be for the will of God for your life either. So find comfort in that. It is okay to see something going on, to see it even in the spirit of what's taking place, and say, you know what, I'm not going to allow this to happen.
Ooh, Amen. Thank you for that, Lady Queen. Because guess what? As a perceiver, you're going to see it, and you're going to have to, I tell people you don't have to do anything. But if you want to be successful in being who you are, you're going to have to just embrace that. Embrace it. And a lot of times it's not us that's feeling like we're really judging anybody. It's because other people make us feel like that we're judging them. And when this young girl said that to me, I said, no, that's not what I'm doing. And now, because I understand it, I was able to stand up for my gift. You know what I'm saying? I was able to stand up for it. And I told her, I said, no, it's just something that you don't want to hear because it doesn't make you feel good, compassion girl. I ain't call her compassion girl, but, but that was her gift. And she done got her feel because we're telling her, we're saying you got to be in alignment with this program that you're in, that this is the portion that I'm responsible for. And you need to follow these rules, these policies for this. And if you don't, then you don't need to be a part. This organization is paying for you to do this with me. I'm going to make sure that it is accomplished. That's the administrator in me. That's the exhorter in me. If you're not going to do it, goodbye. And so, but that wasn't even the issue. But I had to have that conversation with her after she done got offended by us telling her that she had to do something right. So she's felt like I was judging her, and so no, Charlotte girl. So you good. You good, girl. Keep showing up in that perceiver. Let perceiver girl keep showing up. She's awesome. God gave you that gift for a reason, baby. He gave it to you for a reason. Anybody else want to share or ask any questions? Comment on my perceivers. So, a lot of times, well, not perceivers. I'm sorry. We talking about administrators. So we were just addressing that. Dr. Lisa gave a great suggestion. She said she keep Google open on her phone, her desktop, her tablet. I can whip out notes at any time. Oh, okay. You keep Google open. Google for notes? So you got to share.
Well, it's probably for researching
or Google Notes. You can do Google Notes.
Oh, I learned something new.
Oh, she said there keep is there note taking app. Oh,
yeah,
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
I use that.
You got a bunch of note taking.
Oh, you knew that too, Zoe?
Yeah. See, I'm a notebook.
Girl. Look at that. Say I'm slacking on that notes with the Google. That's because I have too many notebooks.
I mean, you got notes, like a little notes thing. There's a lot of notes.
Oh yeah, no, I do take notes in there. Yeah. So
I just want to say, Miss Kathy, I'm just waiting to have our conversation. I kind of guessed what I was, but I'm just waiting to hear the nuts and bolts on getting it fine tuned.
Yes.
I can't wait to see.
Yeah. So I saw yours. So yeah, our system was having. That's why I didn't respond earlier, because we had some technical difficulties with, some things, whatever. But so I finally got your list. That's why I told you, how to set up an appointment and just be ready. So, but before we do that, Bayan, because you had 3, we may have to do that then. I'll just ask those questions then. Never mind. Okay. To break the tie, and so we could just see we know that you operate in all of those strongly, but so we just have to figure out which one actually would be the one for your second and third.
I got my second. I need my third. This would be my third.
Is the third one are the ones where all of them run together? All tied. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now we have to figure out what your third one is. So yeah. Awesome. So I appreciate it. I'm telling you guys, if you just learn to now that just be aware, you can't help it. I mean, you are if you all don't start doing something different in your life, that's a problem. There's no better way to put it.
Yeah. When you know better, you do better.
What you say, Eric Bill?
That's the subtitle of my book.
Oh.
Yeah. You know that?
No.
Well, now you know.
Now I know.
I saw him on the review.
Yes, ma'am.
I told him I saw him on the review.
Yes, ma'am. What review? On
But when you was on that, it was some talk show that you were on. I saw it.
Okay. Yeah, it was Trina Cole last week. Yes, ma'am.
I saw it in my messenger, but I was not available to jump on. Did you get a copy of it, Eric, that you could share with all of us?
Yes, it's on. Yes, I can send it.
Yeah,
I'm still waiting for my copy.
Cover your book.
Autographed copy, yes, sir.
So Miss Eric wrote a book. So guys, and so is what's the name of it, Eric?
Won't take nothing for my journey, and when you know better, you do better.
I like that.
It's on Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be having a book signing this Saturday at Nubian Bookstore.
Oh, go ahead, Eric.
Yeah, Kathy.
That's all right. All right, guys. So look, y'all heard it here. On your gift currency, right? Okay, so guys, this was amazing. Unless anybody else have anything else, any other comments, guys? Any other questions?
Well, I like one of the bullet points that really made sense to me about myself is prefers to be under authority in order to have authority. You know, me being self-employed, being a boss all these years. I mean, I never have my employees do anything that I wouldn't do. To come to pulling weeds or whatever, they will always see me do it, and then if I ask them to go do it,
right?
Mm-hmm. But like if there's someone else running the show and I'm coming on scene, there's somebody's a boss there or someone in charge, and say, hey, you know, I can fall in line.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's what we do as administrators. You know, although we could run the show.
Yeah.
But you know how to step back. That's how we saying we like to be under authority.
Right.
To have authority. So administrators, and if we're going to co-chair or do something together, you know, we just need to know how much authority that we do have, so we'll know how to operate. Administrators don't need supervision. If you give them the vision and make it plain, and we know, and we'll take it and we'll run with it, you know, and to make it happen. And so, and that's us still being under authority. So if the authoritative person, the person that's in charge, just tell us what they want done, you know, they know that an administrator, when we are operating in our gifts, they know it's going to get done, and it's going to get done right and in excellence. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's good stuff. Good stuff. So any other comments, guys? I just want to thank everybody for joining us this evening. I appreciate it. I loved it. Look, we got the guys on it. Y'all done had us having conversations and everything. Look at that. Yeah. So you all showed up. So we got one more. And so we want you guys to make sure you're here with us next Sunday. It's always a new link because of, you know, a new setup for this platform. So just like you guys did, y'all saw you received the links from me, and I'll make sure that you get them for next Sunday as well. All right. I enjoy having you guys on the stage with me and Lady Queen, girl. So Dr. Lisa, if you could just put me and Lady Queen up on the stage. Girl, I enjoyed you as usual. Thank you for loving on them and us.
I appreciate the fact just to be here. Let me tell you, I have seriously learned so much even through these sessions. And I truly believe, and I'm gonna just call you Dr. Kathy. I truly believe that this is like a serious sleeping giant. Eyes have not seen, nor ears have heard. People are sleeping on it. You know, and so, you know, I'm grateful even to you for allowing God to use you. And, and then when you begin to impact like multitudes, and your name is flashed across screens and all that stuff, I'm just excited that I was here to be a part of this.
Awesome. Thank you so much, girl. It's so funny. Somebody got to go ahead on and give me my honorary doctorate. Because all my friends, a lot of people do that. That's what's so funny. I'm like, what in the world? But that's cool. I like it. Now I like it. I do.
Somebody gonna have to wake up.
Okay, hello. We're waking up. But Karen, I see your message. Military teaches you that you can follow instructions and lead when necessary. Absolutely, I'm sure. But I ain't never been to no military, and I like to lead. But I also know how to follow.
Yeah, they understand order with the. My father was in the military for 24 years, and he's a bishop now, but he definitely understands order and rank, and it does teach you how to be an amazing leader, so you can be an amazing follower, so you can be an amazing leader also.
Absolutely, girl. I absolutely love this stuff. I do. Charlotte, we thank you for being here with these sessions. I appreciate you so much, and I'm glad. Great stuff. So make sure you're with us next Sunday. We love the feedback. We love, the conversation. All right. So guys, if you all want to know how to take the assessment, go to kathyhoodempowers.com and just click on take the test, and you'll be able to take it. I'll get the results. You'll get the results. And then I will follow up with you, or you will follow up and make an appointment so we can schedule our sessions together, our session together. And we do spend some time together, guys, because just talking about 2 gifts, girl, and I cut it short because we could go so deep into this. We already at an hour and a half, guys. So I just appreciate it. And the time flew by. It did. To me. And so again, just visit kathyhoodempowers.com, take the assessment. And then next time you could just, be a part of the conversation with us, because I'm sure this is not our last time together doing this. Right, Lady Queen?
Right. It is definitely not our last time. Now, I love this stuff too. And I believe the more the word gets out, the more people understand their gift, and then they can live their best life. And that's fulfillment in itself, because that's what we want people to live their best life by discovering who they are.
And I love that. Share it. Guys, you can when we put up the next page, the next event page, share it on your pages, please. Definitely go ahead on and register. I'm going to make sure I go ahead on and duplicate and make this available very soon. And join us for the 4th and final session next Sunday. I don't know what that date is. Is that, girl, don't tell me that's August. Where my administrators at? Y'all should have been to pull the calendar.
It's not August. It's still July.
Okay, July 25th. Okay, Dr. Lisa put it in there. Thank you. All right, we're looking forward to the next time too. Thank you so much, Charlotte. All right, guys, have an amazing. Thank you, Sister Friend, for joining us. And girl, I always your feedback. All right, got it. See, look, they start posting in here. Them administrators, they don't play, girl. They don't play. All right, all right, everybody. Thank you so much. Love you guys, and I will see you next week, next Sunday, same time, guys. All right. Love you all. Bye.